Hey everyone! He-Who here from LeetCode. Today we're solving LeetCode 151. Reverse words in a string. This is a medium difficulty problem. And it comes under the string category in the LeetCode 75 study plan. Now the title sounds straightforward. Reverse words in a string. But what exactly needs to be reversed? The words, the characters, or something else entirely? And what happens when the string contains extra spaces? Let's find out. Here's what the problem says. We're given a string S. Our task is to reverse the order of the words. A word is defined as a sequence of non-space characters. And the final answer should contain exactly one space between words. No leading spaces. No trailing spaces. Now that we know the rules, let's see this in action. Let's understand that with an example. Suppose we're given, the sky is blue. If we separate the words, we get the sky is blue. Now we reverse their order. Blue is sky, then the answer becomes, blue is sky. The simple enough. But there's another challenge. The input may contain extra spaces. For example, hello world. Notice the leading and trailing spaces. The output should still be world hello. Now consider this. A good example, there are multiple spaces between words. But the expected output is example good, a with only single spaces. So we're not just reversing words. We're also cleaning up unnecessary spaces. Now the question is, what's the simplest way to do that? Before jumping into the solution, let's identify the pattern. This is a classic string processing problem. We'll take a string, break it into meaningful pieces, transform those pieces, and build a new string. You'll see this pattern again and again in coding interviews. So keep it in mind. Now let's use that pattern to build our solution. Let's think about the task. Do we really need to reverse characters? No. We only care about the words. So the first step is simple. Extract the words. Reverse their order. Join them back together. That's the entire idea. Split, reverse, join. Now let's see how that translates into code. We'll start by removing unwanted spaces. For that, we use trim. This removes leading and trailing spaces. Next, we split the string into words. We'll use split with a regex pattern. The pattern means one or more whitespace characters. This is important, because multiple spaces are treated as a single separator. For example, a good example becomes a good example. Now we have a clean array of words. Next, we reverse the order of the words. A simple two-pointer swap works perfectly here. One pointer starts from the beginning. The other starts from the end. We swap the words. Then move both pointers inward. Once the array is reversed, we build the final answer. A string builder works well for this. Append each word. Add a single space between them. And we're done. Now that we understand the code, let's trace through it step by step. Let's see it in action. Input. The sky is blue. First, we trim the string. Nothing changes. Next, we split it. We get the sky is blue. Notice something. Once the string becomes an array of words, the problem becomes much easier. We're no longer working with a string. We're working with simple array elements. Now let's reverse the array. Left points to the right points to blue. We swap them. The array becomes blue sky is the now both pointers move inward. We swap sky and is. The array becomes blue is sky, the now the words are in the correct order. All that's left is joining them. The final string becomes blue is sky, the exactly what we wanted. Let's quickly test another example. Input. Hello world. After trim hello world, after split hello world, after reverse a world, hello after join world hello works perfectly. Now that we've seen it work, let's talk about efficiency. Let's analyze the complexity. Splitting the string takes O of n. Reversing the array of words takes O of w, where w is the number of words. Building the final string takes O of n. So the overall time complexity is O of n. What about space? We're storing the words in an array. So the space complexity is O of n. Now here's an interesting follow-up. Some interviewers may ask, can we reduce the extra space? One approach is reverse the entire string. Then reverse each individual word. And finally clean up extra spaces. This approach is useful when working with mutable character arrays. But in Java, the split and reverse solution is usually the cleanest and most practical choice. And with that, let's wrap everything up. Let's quickly recap. Patternized string processing, trim spaces, split into words, reverse the order, join with single spaces, and that's it. A simple solution. A useful interview pattern. And another string problem solved. And that's how we solve LeetCode 151. Reverse words in a string. If you found this explanation helpful, make sure to like the video and subscribe to LeetCode. Thanks for watching. This is Hoo, signing off. Keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next one.